Hello and welcome to That's the Point. This is the place where we talk about construction technology. My name is Corey Meyer. Actually, we're just talking just the two of us today because I am alone here in the studio. But today we're actually going to cover connectivity with the tablets. We've talked about Wi-Fi signals. We've talked about reinstalling the utilities on the tablet recently. This is one that also comes up pretty commonly when we're talking about tablets, and that's about connectivity on the job site when you don't have Wi-Fi. And some of these tabs, some of Trimble's tablets, in this case, the T100 is one of those, actually has a SIM card tray built into the back of it. So you can actually add a data-enabled SIM card and be able to connect without having a Wi-Fi connection. So anywhere that you have cell phone data signal, you can also connect your tablet using a connected SIM card. And so that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna take a connected SIM card, which I have right here, and we're gonna place that into the tablet and get this connected so we don't have to rely on Wi-Fi. Now, just a little bit of kind of a housekeeping when it comes to these SIM cards. So the T100 tablet that we're working on today does take what they call a micro SIM card. And if you can see in the diagram, there's actually three major types of SIM cards. You've got the old school big SIM card that was the OG, right? That was the first one that they ever designed. That's the one that used to go in the Razor phones and all that stuff. Then they went to the micro, and then they also now have a nano, which is very small. We are dealing with the middle size, which is the micro SIM card. So just keep in mind that some providers may have a nano. You can go smaller. You can get a little like $6 adapter kit on Amazon or whatever. Just search for SIM card adapters. You can take that nano card and you can bump it up to a micro card size. But the large old school SIM card, that's too big. You're gonna have to work backwards from that. So just something to keep in mind. So all we did was we just went to a local big box store. We just bought a run-of-the-mill SIM card. We enabled that through our cell phone provider, which you'll have to get with them as far as how to get data onto a SIM card, or you can just get a SIM card from them. But once you have that SIM card, you're ready to go and you're ready to connect it. So the first thing we want to do is we want to make sure that the tablet is off, because we are taking the back panel off it. So make sure the power is off, take off any charging or anything like that to it. We want to make sure that the tablet is completely off. And then what we're going to do is we're going to turn it over. You might have an Empower module on the back of it. So remove either or both of the Empower modules. You want to make sure that both those are removed so it looks just like this tablet here. And then what we're going to do is this panel is going to be the panel that we remove. So we're going to take the screws. There's 8 of them. So we're going to take these screws out. And then there's even a handy dandy little lift tab here. So we're going to lift that tab off, and voila. Now we have access to the inside of the T100 where we can install the SIM card. You can see actually here that there's 2 slots. The top one is the micro SIM, reminding you that it is a micro SIM slot. But I'd also like to just take a second and talk about the micro SD slot that's right below it. You can actually install a micro SD card for additional storage on board. And micro SD storage is super cheap right now as the time of this video. So you might want to really consider, while this is open, throw an extra terabyte in. It's not going to be super fast, right? It's just an SD card. It's not going to be like the NVMe that we have on board the T100, but it is going to be storage. And so while you're taking this off, if you just want to throw a nice little micro SD card in there, you can definitely get a lot more storage in your tablet while you're in here. Okay, enough of that. So what we're going to do is now we're going to install the card into the tablet. We want to make sure that this little drawing here that says the micro SIM card, that's just there to show the size, the size of the micro SIM card. This is not the actual orientation. So what we want to do is we actually want to drop the SIM card, just drop it into that tray there in that little open space. And we want the IMEI numbers to face up towards us. And then what we could do is we could just take it, we can kind of use our thumb in this orientation or finger, and we can actually just slide it in. There's a little positive snap and lock. There's a little spring loading there, and there we go. The SIM card is now installed, so that's all you have to do. So you just make sure you just kind of get it set up, and then you can just nicely slide it back in. We are then going to take, and we're going to put this cover back on. So fasten this down. And now what we're going to do is we're going to boot this up. Okay, So once Windows is booted up, we can see that we already see, in our case, we already see this little cell phone signal icon replace the Wi-Fi. And so we're going to tap on that. And it's important to know that Windows does prioritize Wi-Fi. So if you're already connected to a Wi-Fi signal, you're not going to see that LTE connection. So if we connect to a Wi-Fi, and we could just connect to our local one here at Building Point, we can see that it changes over to the icon signifying Wi-Fi. And that's how we know right away that we're on Wi-Fi and not on the cell. But if we disconnect from that and it's connected to no other Wi-Fi networks, then you can see it drops right back to, in our case, the AT&T LTE network. We see we have the cell signal right there, and we know that we're good to go. So even if we didn't have Wi-Fi around, because we are connected, if we have cell service, if we have a data plan on this SIM card, we're able to automatically connect, upload our files, and use the tablet just as if it was connected locally. And that's about all there is. And of course, your Building Point representative would be happy to help if you have any questions or have any issues getting this started up. And don't forget, smash that subscribe button, stay up to date with the latest tips, tricks, and pointers. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on That's the Point.